So we did, just mention that new policy. Larger U.S. businesses now won't have to decide whether to require their employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19 because, the federal government really putting that policy in place, Julia.
Yeah, and that was already the way the trending data seemed to be going. Every day there was a new company in the paper that was saying, hey, we're going to mandate vaccines. So it seems like that was already, what a lot of companies were considering. So really interesting and just continues that trend of companies now having a support in the decision to try to keep employees safe with the vaccine mandate.
And Bushan, I wonder when you look at, the bigger players like Google and Apple and Microsoft, things like that, they were kind of maybe leading the charge initially, but they also have a large portion of their workers who were either hybrid or working from home.
Yeah, and on the vaccines, I think business leaders are just looking for greater certainty. And if they can get certainty around the safety of their employees, safety of their customers, for those that have human contact businesses, I think they're applauding this decision. In our survey, Elizabeth, before the vaccine was FDA approved in early August, 2/3 of employers and employees said they would be comfortable with vaccine mandates as a condition of returning to the office. I think the game has just changed. And now businesses are saying, for all the things that I can't control, macroeconomic, supply chain, consumer confidence, what are the things that I can move? And vaccines, I think, is the business community are really celebrating that decision from the clients that we're talking to.
So now, is that going to change the return to office? Because, we've seen it push back and then push back again and, and things really not going on the timeline that maybe people had expected, Bushan.
Yeah, I mean, vaccines are one consideration, Elizabeth, as you mentioned at the start, schools and being very flexible and compassionate with caregivers if they need to take time off or work from home because of kind of outbreaks in schools. Commute times are still a struggle, safety in some urban cities. So I think it definitely moves the needle, but most firms are looking to operate some form of hybrid from our August survey of 700 executives. And I think this helps, but they've got to move on the other aspects, as well as things that we've talked about in the past, leadership and culture for those people who are remote or hybrid.